Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Journey to Fearless, episode 2.
Welcome to Taylor Swift's Journey to Fearless.
I could never have imagined how those 13 songs would change my life.
Taylor's drive and determination pays off as Fearless becomes the top-selling album 2 years straight.
Wow.
Who thought that was going to happen?
People will ask me, like, when did you know, that she had made it?
2009 was
It fills me with such joy, to be watching this. What is it? What is it about Taylor that elicits that response from me, from us as fans, that I don't get from other artists? I guess maybe it's the music thing, Like I find as much as I like, Harry Styles and a lot of his songs, there's quite a bit of his stuff, that I feel just falls short a little bit. And I don't feel that connection to Harry, so I'm not sure if that's like a personality thing. I suppose, or to Louis, or to any of the One Direction boys, really. And I don't know if that is because obviously a lot of people do feel that to them. So maybe it's just horses for courses. I'm a big Beatles fan, but a big Oasis fan as well. And it's easier for me to explain, I suppose, with Oasis, aside from the songs just being, of such a high quality, and pretty much all of the songs, being of such a high quality. That gets me in as a fan, but I suppose it's a similar background thing, They come from similar streets that I come from, you know what I mean? So that's a big deal, So when I was a kid and I used to hear them in talking interviews and their attitude and stuff, it was, I felt akin to it, But I don't feel akin to Taylor, I suppose, in background or upbringing or anything like that. Yet I feel that kinship, I suppose. And is that because of the songs? Is it because? I mean, I don't know. Do I need to analyze it? I guess I don't need to, but it calls to me. I'm curious about it, and that's one of the things I've realized in life is you need to follow your curiosities because you don't know where they're going to lead, do you? You don't know what situations that may put you in and what opportunities for growth or for learning or for life may appear. And I guess life can be confusing, can't it? I was confused about many things, still confused about some things now, But that is the best strategy, I think, is to learn to follow your curiosities, learn to understand what calls to you, what interests you, because it's the things that call to you. Those are the things that you should follow, I guess. And I say that, I suppose, with a caveat, because then I'm just thinking, what if booze calls to you or drugs calls to you? But they're not really, I don't mean those kind of things, anything that you're doing to change how you feel inside. Oh gosh, this is going to be a bit of a philosophical digression maybe now that I'm thinking about it. Because if I say we should follow what it is that calls to us, and booze or drugs or food or sex or shopping or gambling, those are all things that may call to us, right? But if I say those are things that we use or indulge in or take part in to try and change how we're feeling inside, or to try and mask or numb how we're feeling inside, or distract. But So when we are following our curiosities, are we doing the same thing? I don't know. Maybe we're not. It may change how we feel inside. You know, it's going to give us. Well, maybe what calls to us is the real thing. You know, that's why we should follow those curiosities. That is the real thing. That is the connection to source. You know, or the closest we're going to get to it. You know, because what calls to us is essentially the voice of God, and you don't need to believe in God, or you know, I'm not sure I believe in God, not as like a man in the sky or whatever. Anyway, what do I believe? I guess I like the idea that we're all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. Some esoteric ideas there, though, right? So who knows? But I think regardless, you know, of what you believe, there is inside all of us. I think there is, unless maybe you're an NPC. I don't know. There's a voice that calls to us, you know, that calls us to adventure, to the adventure of our lives, and the booze and the food and the shopping and all that. It's an inadequate shortcut to the real thing, isn't it? To truth, to the source, to magic, to all those kind of things. So yeah, I mean, I've gone quite far from what I started talking about, but maybe because Taylor has followed what calls to her, and it is similar to what calls to me. But then, you know, like I said about the One Direction boys, you know, it's not that I don't find similarities in their personalities, in their music. I like, you know, a lot of what they do, but it's the same as I guess with a lot of artists I like. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just waffling on a little bit now. Let's see what else is going to go on.
Was a
here.
pretty good start.
Oh, that was another point though. Just when she just said who thought that, I think it was going to be the biggest selling record for 2 years. I suppose that those are things you may dream about or hope about perhaps in your career, but really, you know, you just, as an artist, you just want to have some level of success. I suppose it's the same as, you know, winning awards or whatever, you know, to win album of the year, to be the biggest selling whatever of the year. There's only one space for those things, isn't there? But so just to be amongst, just to be able to do it for a job and make a good living of it, you know, I suppose that's, you can dream big, but do you dream of the top? Maybe you do, I don't know. Do I dream of the top? Yeah, I still do. I still think, oh, maybe I'll make a record, maybe it'll win a Grammy, you know. Don't even know you're getting nominated for Grammys or what the rules are and that, you know, but I'm a dreamer. But I'm not the only one.
Kenny Chesney, Matt Paisley, George Strait, Taylor Swift.
That was a good year. And then won Grammy for Album of the Year when I was 20.
Wow, she got three Grammys that year then. What did she win for? Album.
Watch as Taylor Swift transforms her Fearless album into her first headlining tour.
This comes out during Love Story, and it's going to be projected where these look like castles. Welcome.
Man, she must have had the time of her life planning that first tour.
She was the youngest person ever to win a Grammy for Album of the Year.
Building the dream as Taylor takes us on her journey to Fearless.
I can't help myself. The day was was a fairy tale, you were the prince. I used to be a damsel in distress. You took me by the hand, then you picked me up at 6. The day was a fairy tale.
I really like this. This is just. I'm just thinking. Then you know how there's. I don't know. I'm thinking about girls planning their wedding day. You know, from when they're little. And is that a cliche? Do you guys really do that? But I imagine for Taylor, you know, that's planning probably a first tour or just tours in general. You know, I imagine like, you know, little Taylor with a guitar that's miles too big for her. You know, just planning those sort of things out.
Day was a fairy tale, I wore a dress. You wore a dark gray t-shirt. You told me I was pretty when I looked like a mess. Day was a fairy tale. Time slows down whenever you're around. The Fearless Tour is inspired by lots of different elements that I've found fascinating in life. I love costume changes. I love sparkles. I love glitter.
Yeah, look, exactly. Lots of elements that she found fascinating. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I think. If you want to be successful in life, you've got to put the work in and optimize yourself and your sleep and your life and try and reduce the resistance in the world. You know, with everything you can do, but. That's what you've got to do, man, is what you find fascinating, what calls to you. You've got to do it. You've got to do it.
The element of surprise. Those are all things that I wanted to bring together and put on that stage. I had been dreaming about doing my first headlining tour, I think, since I was 4 years old. The stage for the Fearless Tour was something that I spent a lot of time designing with Jonathan Smeaton, my stage designer. I wanted the stage to be part of the picture and part of the visual, not just something we were standing on. My stage was built in a warehouse in Nashville, and pulling up to see it for the first time felt kind of like being dropped off on the first day of school. So excited. I was a nervous wreck. Nobody's seen anything, right? I had always wanted to put together a show that incorporated theater and storytelling and the songwriting and what I saw in my head when I was writing these songs.
I'm actually nervous. You too?
I have like butterflies in my stomach.
We did the best we could.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's like what, it's fine, it's good. I walked in and saw it. What? That's huge.
Are you even
This
serious?
is giant. And it was glorious. Definitely.
That is so rocking.
When Taylor first laid eyes on that stage for the first time, it was like opening a present Christmas morning, the biggest present
Yeah,
she's
it's
ever
real.
had.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Does the lift work?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. You want to go up? Yeah.
Do you guys want to do the lift? It was this pristine, sparkling white stage with staircases and all these different shapes, and you could project different visuals onto the stage. This comes out during Love Story, and it's going to be projected where these look like castles. Right. And so we've been able to turn this whole thing into a story. Yeah, I like it. Me too. All right, is it?
Happy?
Yes. I don't think that I ever expected I would be on a big stage like this when I started out. This is
She's been
I could fall off of this and die, which is awesome. Can I please see you put your hands in the air?
of course she dreamed it really.
Time slows down whenever you're around. I can feel
at such a young age, man, to the presence she has, you know. This gangly teenager there with all that presence. Just being in the moment, I guess. Like the nerves disappear for her, don't they? And I guess that's what presence is, isn't it? It's being present in the moment. And people can feel that. It's what we feel in great acting.
And now, I would like to take you back in time.
Thanks for watching. If you would like access to the full thing and loads of other extended content, Taylor Swift, One Direction, Miley Cyrus, videos of me playing my songs and others, link in description.